So ayun, what's up mga master? Paano nga ba mag-report sa New Zealand immigration or mag-report ng migrant exploitation? So ayun, kung kayo ay nakakaranas ng pang-aabuso or tingin nyo breaching of contract, so pwede kayong mag-report sa New Zealand immigration or sa employment New Zealand. Matutulungan kayo nito at syempre fair dito, no one is above the law, lagi kong sinasabi yan, at pantay-pantay ang trato nila dito sa mga tao, sa mga migrant workers. So ayun, kung kayo ay nakakaranas ng pang-aabuso, so panoorin nyo ang video na ito. Pwede kayong mag-report or mag-complain sa employment.gov.nz. So ilalagay ko lahat dito sa description sa baba, yung link para dire-diretso na kayo doon kung ano yung form na kailangan yung fill upan. So ayun.
Yun, welcome back mga master. So nandito tayo ngayon sa employment.gov.nz. So Employment New Zealand. So dito makikita nyo yung migrant exploitation. So migrant workers have the same minimum employment rights as New Zealand workers. If you or someone you know is being exploited in the workplace, you can report it to us. So ito, kung ano yung mga nandito sa page na to. So what is migrant worker exploitation? Common types of migrant worker exploitation. What migrant worker exploitation does not include? Report migrant worker exploitation. Your minimum rights as a migrant worker. How to keep yourself safe. Migrant exploitation protection visa. Other helpful services. So ito yung mga nandito sa page na to mga master. So ayun, please note that the Employment New Zealand does not provide immigration advice. If you need any information about your visa status and condition, please contact Immigration New Zealand. So nandiyan ang kanilang hotline number. So they are open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Friday, excluding New Zealand public holiday. Other contact points for Immigration New Zealand can be found on Immigration New Zealand website. So ayan, click nyo lamang yan mga master. So ayun, what is migrant worker exploitation? So migrant workers are exploited when their employer takes advantage of them or treats them unfairly and it causes harm to the worker. So ayun, the harm can be economic. For example, not being paid the right amount or at all. So sa social naman, for example, being isolated from other people. And physical, for example, being forced to work long hours with no breaks. Emotional, for example, being threatened or made to feel afraid. So ayun, when workers' employment rights are not respected or when employers that don't meet minimum employment standards or meet health and safety or immigration requirements, workers are being exploited. So ayun, if you are in immediate physical danger, so ayun, tumawag lang kayo sa 111 and ask for police. So ayun, common types of migrant worker exploitation. So you may be experiencing exploitation if you have to pay an amount of money or fee to get a job, have to give back part of all your wages to your employer, have to pay for or provide your own equipment that should be provided by your employer, are paid too little or nothing at all for your work, are not paid for all the hours you work, are asked by your boss to say you have worked less hours than you have, are made to work an excessive number of hours with no breaks, have no time off from work, are regularly not paid for public holidays or annual leave. You may be also experiencing exploitation if your employer lacks windows and doors in your workplace so you cannot leave, make you ask permission to eat, sleep, or go to toilet, makes you work that is not part of your job, like cleaning their home, threatens to call Immigration New Zealand to end your visa, makes you work more hours than your visa allows, provides unsatisfactory accommodation, for example, it is cramped or unsanitary, threatens to harm you or your family if you don't do what they ask, subjects to fines if you do something wrong or that your employer does not like, keep your passport, sexually harasses you, direct or indirect request for sexual activity, provides you with accommodation as part of your wages, salary, but makes you pay for more for it than the laws allow. So ayun, mga deduction. What is migrant workers exploitation does not include. Ito yung mga hindi kasali doon sa mga migrant exploitation. So if you have arrived in New Zealand to discover there is no employment for you, this is not migrant exploitation. If you have experienced a minor one-off breach by your employer, for example, your final holiday pay is unpaid, your holiday pay has been calculated correctly, your employer has forgotten to increase the minimum wage when it increased, a deduction is made from your final pay, you are owed money as a result of a genuine redundancy or because your employer has gone into liquidation or bankruptcy. You have been legal terminated from your employment. This may not be migrant exploitation but we can still help. Report this online or contact our service center. So ayun, nandyan, click nyo lamang yan. At mga master, ilalagay ko yung link sa baba para pwede nyo rin bisitahin. So ayun, report migrant worker exploitation. So ayun, no, nandito lahat ng mga informasyon sa mga gustong mag-report kung kayo ay na-exploit. So if you know someone, if you or someone you know is experiencing migrant exploitation, you can report it to us online or get help form. So nandito yung form nila mga master. So ayan, don't be afraid to report exploitation. What happens when you report exploitation? Your minimum rights as a migrant worker. So andyan, pwede nyo bisitahin ng mga link na yan mga master. How to keep yourself safe. So ayan, Migrant Exploitation Protection Visa. Ito yung visa na basahin natin. The Migrant Exploitation Protection Work Visa insured migrants who meets their visa criteria can quick leave exploitation situations and remain lawfully in New Zealand. This visa is valid for up to 6 months and cannot be extended. You can only get Migrant Exploitation Protection Visa based on a particular report of exploitation. You can apply for another MEPV later if you are exploited again by a different employer. To begin the process for applying for MEPV, you need to report exploitation online or over the phone. So ayan. Oops, my friend. Sorry. So ayun, get a report of exploitation assessment letter. So ito yung procedure. para para makakuha ka ng Migrant Exploitation Protection Visa. So ayun, report exploitation online or over the phone. So ayun, number 2 is get a report of exploitation assessment letter. Apply to Immigration New Zealand with your letter. So ayun, other helpful services. So victim support. So ayun, nandito tayo sa link. Diretso na tayo dito sa form na kung gusto niyo mag-report ng exploitation na issue or complaint. So ayun, report migrant worker exploitation. Click nyo lamang tong report migrant exploitation mga master. At syempre, diretso tayo dun sa, mapupunta kayo dun sa form na yan na sinasabi ko kung saan kailangan yung i-fill up para makomplete ang pag-file nyo ng complaint. So ayun, nandito na tayo ngayon. No? So what about your problem. So nagsisimula yan sila dito sa request help. So nandyan yung basahin nyo na lang mga master at pwede kayong gumamit kung anong lingwahe yung gamit nyo. So when completing this form, please provide much information as possible. This will help us fully understand your situation and provide the best possible option. Please complete using English language. So ayun, pwede kayo tumawag sa kanilang hotline for assistance. So ayun, gumagamit sila ng iba't ibang mga lingwahe dito mga master. So ito, who is reporting the issue? So siyempre, tayo yung employee na magre-report ng issue. Check lang natin yan mga master, sorry. Tapos, I am reporting in behalf of someone else. Kung kayo ay gusto nyong i-report yung sa kaibigan nyo, sa kakilala nyo. So, are you a New Zealand citizen? So, kayo nang bahala mag-fill up nyan. Alam nyo naman ang mga andyan. How would you like us to contact you? So, by phone, by email, pwede nyong i-check yan mga master, sabay. O, diba? Ay, hindi pala pwede sabay. Isa lang. So, ayun, name, phone number, tapos email nyo. So, do you need an interpreter when we contact you? So, ayun, kung hindi naman kayo masyado medyo alanganin kayo sa English nyo, pwede kayong humingi ng interpreter dahil magpo-provide yan sila ng interpreter. So, ayun, tatanong ka dyan kung anong oras kayo available para matawagan, para ma-confirm yung complaint na ipinasa nyo or sinubmit nyo sa kanila. So, about your problem, does this issue relate to the current employment? Siyempre, yes. So, ayan, ano yung what is the problem about? Pwede nyo i-check yan. Halimbawa, minimum wage, unpaid wages. Piliin nyo lang kung ano yung mga na-experience yung problem ngayon sa employer nyo. So, ayan, nandyan yung unpaid wages, minimum wage, change of pay deductions, final pay, overtime, and other. So, hours and breaks, long hours of work, change to work hours, shift of works, breaks, other. So, leave and holiday issue. Yung mga hindi nababayaran ng annual leave, sick leave, public holidays, parental leave, other types of leave. So, ayun, other workplace issue. So, ako nilagayan ko to, migrant exploitation, di ba? Tapos, syempre, parang isa-summarize nyo dito. I-type nyo rin dito. Parang isa-summarize nyo kung ano yung pinaka-complain nyo, bakit kayo magko-complain na yung mga nangyari sa inyo, na kung feeling nyo na abuse kayo, ano yung mga ginawa sa inyo, parang isa-summarize nyo siya dito. Then, about the employer. So, ayan, obligado kayong ilagay dyan yung employer nyo, yung pangalan ng company nyo. So, address ng inyong company at contact details nila. So, ayun, by submitting your request for help, you are confirming that you understand. So, ayun, MBIE, andyan lahat. Tapos, kailangan nyo I understand and agree to the above and confirm the information I have provided within the formal form is true and accurate to the best of my knowledge. So, ayun, generate nyo lamang yung code na nakalagay dyan, tapos isubmit nyo na. So, ayun, at maghintay kayo mga master maghintay kayo ng 2 to 3 days at magre-respond sila. Depende kasi yan sa volume na natatanggap na mga report nila kasi hindi lang naman tayo yung magre-report. Napakarami ng mga nagre-report na mga migrant workers. So ayun, sana makatulong ang video na ito sa mga master natin dyan. Pilipino ka man o hindi. So sana I hope this video can help you how to report an exploitation. So ayun, huwag kayong matakot. Don't be afraid mga master. At kung kayo ay Pilipino naman mga master na nakakaranas nito, pwede rin kayong mag-email sa ating Philippine Embassy, sa ating embahada, ang counterpart ng Pilipinas dito sa New Zealand. Bisitahin nyo lamang kanilang Facebook page na Philippine Embassy. So makukuha nyo na dyan yung kanilang email address at i-report nyo rin para bilang isang Filipino citizen ay alam din ng embahada natin kung ano yung nangyayari sa kanilang citizen dito, sa kanilang kababayan dito sa New Zealand. So ayun, sana makatulong ang video na ito. Gagawa pa ako ng maraming video tungkol sa mga exploitation kung saan kayo pwedeng mag-report at ilalagay ko dito sa link sa comment section sa baba yung link kung saan pwede nyo i-click para madiretso na kayo dito sa site na to, itong Employment New Zealand, employment.gov.nz. So ayun lamang, sana makatulong ito mga master at maraming salamat.
So ayun, kung umabot ka sa part ng video na ito master, at maraming salamat sa iyo at maraming salamat sa pagtsatsaga at paglalaan ng oras para panoorin ang video na ito. At sana nakapagbigay tayo ng konting tips or nakapag-share tayo ng konting information kung paano nga ba makapag-report ng migrant exploitation dito sa New Zealand. So ayun, sana makatulong ito, i-share nyo din ito sa mga kakilala nyo na alam nyong naaabuso yung mga rights, na nabibreach yung kanilang mga contract. So para makatulong tayo sa kanila at God bless sa lahat mga master at maraming salamat sa lahat na nang walang sawa na patuloy na tumatangkilik at sumusuporta ng SanaAll TV. So ayun, maraming salamat ulit and God bless you all mga master. SanaAll TV ang vlogger-vloggeran dito sa New Zealand. Laging proud Pinoy at pusong Pinoy.
Okay, let's go.